All right, I want to do a wrap up part 2. Okay, so what I want to do, first of all, this morning's thumbnail had these words in it. Strong short squeeze up, question mark, question mark, question mark. And my strong indicator said careful with shorts above here. I hope you didn't get hurt today. Oh, look at that, it's coming to that strong. So when I was long, that was my goal, was to hold it to there. And look at that, it made it. Oh well. Very cool. Okay, so this morning when I left you, we were somewhere, I'm going to say 6:30, somewhere right in here. And let's go to a 10-minute chart just to tighten all this up a little bit. All right, and I had on here, nope, I don't know where I put it in one of my folders, but I had this line here as well. And I said the play is longer flat, trend is up. RTH, Asia, London stacking on top of each other. Overnight took the RTH liquidity and took the London liquidity. So that's where we stood. So the play was longer flat. And I made sure, I tried my best to make sure everyone knew that, hey, the play is longer flat. Be careful with shorts above here. Okay, be careful with shorts above here. So the market opened up, and what happened? Let's just talk about what the market actually did today. Well, first of all, the bull-bear zone. As I said, to me yesterday, reshuffled the chess pieces on the board. Okay, so we opened up, and what did we do? We just hugged this area and hugged this area. We just stayed here. We stayed here. We stayed here. Made a new high, pulled all the way back in. Barely made a new high, pulled all the way back in. Barely made a new high, and then pulled all the way back down to the London low. Okay? So there were a couple things here that we were watching in our group. First thing we were watching was the high from yesterday was here. And I said, be careful, because most likely they're going to want to come in and fill this gap. So when I was short in this move here, and it bounced right off that level and came back, that makes sense. I kept my stop above this trend line, and it bounced back in, bounced again, and then finally went down to the London low. Then monster squeeze up. Monster squeeze up. I was already done with my trading at this short when it got me out for 14 points, but done. So bull bear area. After price comes back and meets a couple goals. This was the same thing that happened yesterday, in my opinion. We came down here and hit the strong level the first time we've touched it. Strong reaction. Now you stay out of the way. You stay out of the way. Same thing here. We came all the way back. We filled the gap. We came to the London low, and then this thing starts fair value gapping up. Do you start shorting this? I hope not. Careful with shorts above. I hope you paid attention to that. Usually I'm pretty good at that, of where to not be going long and where not to be going short. So, man, here's two strong levels with a nice reaction. What did I miss out on? So I was long at 96. Man, 20 points. It's okay. I took my profit off at 10, so it doesn't matter. Life is good. So mainly what I want to point out here is be careful of things like this, okay? When I say careful shorting above here, I mean it. When I say careful with longs below here, I mean it. I don't know if price is going to come down here. I don't. But I do have a good feeling or good knowledge base that if we get down here, you don't want to be longing. If we get up here, we don't really want to be shorting. If you do, you want to do it small and strategically. You want to be keeping your eye on all the indices. I mean, look what finally happened here. When I went long here, what was I doing? I was looking at the other indices here as well, going, yep, in, let's go. Everyone's on the same train now. long, go, go, go. I was not looking to short this at all. I would have probably shorted 13. I would have probably shorted 13 here. Well, come on, give me the square. I would have probably shorted 13 with this as my backup and my stop right above it, but I'm not trading the final 5 minutes of the trading day. I'm just, no thank you. The final 30, I'm usually not trading it at all unless I'm in a trade and I'm following it for a profit. If I'd have stayed in this long, I would have probably set my stop at the 20 pointer and just been out. So where would that have been? So somewhere right in here. Let's move this down. Yeah. I'd have had my stop at 20 points and said, all right, I'll do 20 or 15, like either which one got there first. So no big deal. So just to recap, if I give you this kind of stuff, I encourage you to listen to it, okay? You don't have to do it. You can do whatever you want. I'm not the guardian of your trading. Now, one of the other things I want to point out this morning that we talked about. So we continually talked about that the bulls were in control. I'm going to bring back that trend line. Just Control Z on or Command Z on your computer, and it'll go backwards. When we took out this with a vengeance, and we finally broke the trend line, what I did is I had this at a pretty steep angle, that when we went down here, I moved this down here and went, okay, guys, the trend is still longer flat, but now it's weaker. I'm going to move it down here. I'm going to flatten this out a little bit, but the trend is still longer flat. I mean, look at this. Are we stacking higher lows? Yep. This is equal, but you see what I'm talking about. The play is still longer flat. To me, I told the group, it's not until we take out the Asia low that I'm going to start saying, uh-oh, I want to be going short, because I also have this note here. Be careful with longs underneath this level. So I hope you stayed safe. You didn't let this thing hurt you. If this thing hurt you, honestly, you should probably look at our group. I do really well at keeping my traders safe and out of the way of a locomotive. I hope you had a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.
Stay green, my friends. And to learn more about our group, go to microstrader.com.